Tropical Storm Eta continues its way through the Atlantic Ocean as it heads towards Florida today. It's at 28.3 degrees north, 83.4 degrees west as of 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this November the 11th. You can see some significant plumes of convection firing off on the storm with time here. This storm has winds of 65 miles per hour and a pressure of 993 millibars. The storm is moving north at 12 miles per hour and is a stage 3 on the CDPS scale. Well, when it comes to that stage 3, we have moderate wind speed. Storm size is moderate to significant. Rainfall potential is also moderate, leaning into significant, and the overall threat to land is moderate. A stage 3 on the CDPS scale is nothing to scoff at. Still, considerable damage is possible for areas in Florida. You can see clearly here the wind field for the storm, much smaller than some other storms this year, but still significant, 100-mile wind field on the eastern hemisphere of the storm, so it's definitely something that we do need to watch closely. You can see there again winds of 65 miles per hour, pressure of 993 millibars, and again the storm is at 28.3 degrees north, 83.4 degrees west. As tropical storm force winds are currently impacting the Florida coastline. What are watches and warnings looking like? Well, first of all, how far away is the storm from land? 16 miles away from Clearwater. From St. Petersburg, the storm is 25 miles away. From Spring Hill, 48 miles away. From Gainesville, 126 miles away. And from Daytona Beach, 156 miles away. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for the following areas that you see below, and you can also see the tropical storm watches that are currently in effect. Well, here are the maximum sustained winds of the storm, 65 miles per hour. We came to this conclusion because the National Hurricane Center ran with it, and reconnaissance aircraft data agrees. There are numerous different satellite estimates at this time, but regardless of those, reconnaissance aircraft data is providing enough evidence to support a 65 mile per hour current intensity. Well, here we go. You can see the National Hurricane Center's forecast cone. They're anticipating a tropical storm moving inland and then moving out to sea, with it still being tropical within the next day and a half before becoming a remnant low or an extratropical cyclone. The transition's looking a little murky right now after about 2 days' time. But still, some tropical storm conditions and significant rainfall are expected for Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and possibly North Carolina. North Carolina will definitely be in on the rainfall, although tropical storm conditions are a little iffy at this time. Here's the current radar imagery of the storm over the last 6 hours, and you can see there that eastern hemisphere of the storm with that eye wall, but you can see there the western side, virtually no convection, so you can see that clearly. That was clear on satellite. Tampa getting absolutely hammered right now with rain, and you can see there Vince on the bottom there in Cape Coral also getting some significant rainfall from this storm. The darker blue lines are where tropical storm warnings are in place, and the light blue line is where a tropical storm watch is currently in place. The rainfall forecast over the next few days is as follows, and you can see there clearly a 4 to 6 inch contour courtesy of the NHC for Florida, and then you can see there 2 to 4 inches. That goes all the way up through South and North Carolina. Sea surface temperatures are looking rather lackluster as of 18 UTC here. You can see there around 26 degrees Celsius where the storm currently is, going into 25. The storm will be making landfall shortly anyway, so this doesn't really matter too much in the long run. Chances of tropical storm force winds are near 100% for a lot of Florida, but as you can see as we head to South Carolina and North Carolina, they're being straddled by that 5 to 10% chance of tropical storm force winds, and South Carolina barely getting into the 10 to 20% chance there. You can see the chances of hurricane force winds as well. Those are 0. The storm has absolutely no chance whatsoever of becoming a hurricane, regardless of what you'll see on intensity guidance here in short order. There's no chance that this becomes a hurricane. This is on a terminal weakening trend. It will not be re-strengthening at all from here. It will only be weakening from here. Here's a current intensity forecast. You can see it dropping off pretty quickly. That's as a result of land interaction, high shear, as well as sea surface temperatures dropping off the cliff and mid-level relative humidity dropping below 30%. Here's the storm right now, and you can see rather clearly dry air intruding it. You can see there that big puff of convection that's over Florida, and you can actually see it starting to fizzle out here. I could see this being one of the last big puffs of convection this has, at least for the next little while. The storm is rather disorganized, but still does have winds of 65 miles per hour as per reconnaissance aircraft data, and there are definitely tropical storm conditions ashore on Florida right now. Alright, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate your time. Stay tuned for more updates.